You.
All right, everyone, please mute yourself until your turn is up to ask a question, and I will call on you. And at that point, please unmute yourself. But like I said, please use the raise your hand feature if you'd like to ask Coach Fairley a question once we begin. Thank you so much. We'll be joined shortly by Coach Fairley. Mike will be joining us in a couple of minutes. I just got finished speaking with the team. Apologies on that. Coach Fairley will be here in about 10 seconds. Little Zoom issues having him join, but here we go. Again, use the raise your hand feature, and we'll start immediately. Coach Fairley, can you hear us okay? We are now joined by Hofstra head coach Mike Fairley. Mike, you can hear us all right? Can everyone hear Mike okay? Just give me a thumbs up. Mike, we cannot hear you on the, can you make sure you're close to the phone enough so we can hear you? Mike, can you give us a mic check? Are you on mute, Mike?
Steven, you got me?
We got you now. Okay. We are now joined by Hofstra
Got
head
me now?
coach.
You got me, Jerry?
We're good now.
Okay. Looks like Steven's muted maybe, but
Mike?
Steven's going to ask me for an opening statement. I've been through 4 of these before, so I kind of know what's coming. Wow. Well, I'm glad we scored 96 points because we needed them tonight. Certainly not the defensive effort that we need. Certainly give credit to Monmouth. They were making some brilliant shots, and obviously those guys made a couple early, Pappas and Hammond, and then the basket got real big for them. We knew they were going to come in with a lot of excitement because it's their first game, right? We've been playing for 3 weeks. This is their opener. They were real excited to play. So we knew that, and part of the game plan and the pregame was we have to exceed their energy level. And I don't think we did that early on. Thankfully, we were able to score the ball. They were trapping ball screens. They were switching ball screens. Thankfully, we made some adjustments to be able to handle that and score and get some good looks. But certainly not the defensive effort. And also not the, having 24 turnovers is so unlike us. Their pressure, they some traps, but we can't have 24 turnovers. We've been one of the best in the country at not turning the ball over. So for us to do that was very, very surprising and out of character and something that we'll need to clean up. But a win and a road win, which are hard to come by. Fans, no fans, whatever. You're on a bus 3 hours and you come play a game and then you hoop it up an hour later. Playing basketball on road games in 2020, I guess. But regardless, good team in Monmouth and we found a way to win.
And Mike, can you hear me?
I cannot hear you, Steven.
Well, I guess you just hear me. So are you on? Can you turn up your audio for us? Because so our first question will be from Owen. Owen, you can unmute yourself and ask Coach your question, and we'll pray that he can hear you.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Can you guys hear Steven?
Can you hear me right now or no, by chance?
Mike, can you hear me? You know what, guys? I'm gonna.
You want to just have them type some questions, Steven, and I'll answer them.
Yep. Can you just type your question, Owen?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My thoughts on Jalen. Hold on, sorry. Thoughts on Jalen. Brilliant shot maker and just a big time player in general. Wants the ball in his hands. He's really doing a good job because he's got more on his plate now and having to play point guard. So he just has a lot to do for us. He got a little bit frustrated at the end. A couple of these offensive fouls, they were playing him pretty physically. Give Monmouth staff credit. They had 10 team fouls in the first half early, and we didn't. So they kind of evened the fouls out a little bit. They let them play a little bit physically with us. But overall, look, we know what Jalen Ray is. He's an all-conference guard, one of the best guards in our conference, and it's one of the reasons we're going to be able to compete for a championship this year. And obviously being able to slide over and play some point guard this year and have the ball in his hands is tremendous to be able to do that.
Jermaine, the next question is from you. Go ahead. There you go.
Did I expect this game from Pappas? Well, that dude has zero fear. I saw him in prep school, up at a prep school in Maine. I drove like 14 hours one day to go see another kid, and he was up there. Just a fearless dude. Awesome shooter, unlimited range. And you know what, Jermaine, when we came into the game, one of the key stats that we wanted to limit, all our grad assistants typically keep 1 or 2 stats during the game. And the stat that they kept today was the amount of catch and shoot threes that Hammond and Pappas were going to get. We knew both those guys, 40% three-point shooters. I think they combined to take like 13 or 14 threes per game last year. So we knew they'd be coming out firing and they were going to be excited to play. And we did a terrible job guarding them, finding them. Hammond got it going early, and then Pappas got it going. They both had it going. It seemed like everything went in. So, yeah, Pappas, terrific player, fearless dude, and really made shots. Okay. Andrew Kukashin, right? Okay, so Kukashin, solid, again, fearless, right? Put him in at the end of the game. He's making plays off the ball screen, makes the big shot, good passes. The one pass he threw to Isaac in the middle of the paint, it seemed like it took a half hour to get there. But look, the kid's been in big situations before, a ton of international experience, and is not afraid. And like I said in the past, he's a good player. He's not all the way there yet, but he will be. He's got a chance to be really, really good for us. And gives us another ball handler, gives us another guy that can throw some passes, gives us another playmaker. He's got to get better other areas, but kid's got a chance to be really good. And like I said, I have no fear about putting him in big situations, important situations.
Thank you, Coach.
Either Jerry or Tino can go ahead right now. Oh, there we go.
Slowish start or able to finish. Hopefully you'll finish. No, well, we got to focus on everything, giving up 88 points, it just can't be who we're going to be. So you want to call it a slow start, Hammond's on fire, attention to detail, all of those things. But just not a good performance. We got to take that from this game. Attention to detail, taking away and limiting catch and shoot threes, not turning the basketball over. Those are the things that we have to take away. But again, road win, we closed it out. Strong with the ball towards the end of the game. Caleb makes foul shots. We make some good decisions to close it out. In addition to some bad plays, but we closed out a road win, which is important to do. Learn how to win on the road. I'm sorry, Steven. How can I see the? Somebody's got to help me here. Oh, there we go. Monmouth came out. Excitement. Yeah. Hard to prepare for a team that hasn't played yet, right? No scrimmages. Even when we have these like secret scrimmages, maybe you make a phone call. You can get some information. Hey, who started? Who played? What was their lineup like? What did they run? What kind of defense did they play? But you have nothing on them. So you're going basically on everything from last year, So Coach Speedy Claxton did an unbelievable job with the scout. As usual, we had them ready and prepared. But yeah, certainly very hard. New players, new personnel, guys in new roles. So we tried to do the best that we could, given the situation. So it's definitely very hard to prepare. And what we kind of told the guys is, hey, we know that they're going to play fast. King Rice's teams always play fast. They always try to push the tempo. I thought we did a decent job on that for the most part. A couple of early ones that hurt us, but they're so good at it that was going to be a major challenge for us. And then we said, hey, we're going to go over these actions that they ran last year. But more important is that when the action breaks down, we have to be ready to guard the players, guard Pappas, guard Hammond, find out where those guys are and guard them, right? It's not about the plays, it's about the players and then bearing down and getting those stops. And that was kind of what we struggled with for a while. Coburn 3 from 5 to 8. Yeah, huge, right? And boy, I don't remember if he dropped the ball in the corner before that or after that. But yeah, huge. Obviously that kind of, clinched the game. We were kind of at that point. Again, just like I felt with Stony Brook, one more shot, one more stop, we could have closed it out. Pappas made that dribble in for a 3-pointer to keep it close enough. But yeah, you kind of felt good when Tariq made that shot. Once he caught the ball in that spot, you said, okay, this probably has about a 70% chance of going in the way that he shoots open threes. So very happy with that. And yeah, felt like obviously we had to make some foul shots, get another stop or two, but felt pretty good about it at that moment. Jalen Ray playing at Monmouth. Yep. So Jalen Ray playing at Monmouth. Yeah, he certainly likes this, right? I should have drawn up more plays for right in front of our bench to make that shot. But no, he's a great player. Home, away, all this stuff. We've seen him do it at UCLA. We've seen him do it at the CAA tournament. So wherever it is, Jalen Ray's a fantastic player. And then career high. So I guess he had more than did he have 27 at UCLA, I guess, and then 28 tonight? Was that what it is? So pretty good. And we needed them all. We needed them all to get 96. Him and Tariq, look, We know what it is. They should have been on the preseason, all conference teams, all that stuff. We don't, that's a little bit of fire for them, and we'll talk about that as we get back into conference play here in a few weeks. But they're really good players. They're confident players. They've grown in their roles. Jalen has definitely stepped up as a leader. Tariq's still pretty quiet. We could use him a little bit more to be a little bit more vocal because the guys respect him so much. But the way that Jalen especially has grown as a leader is pretty remarkable from where he came from, as a freshman to where he is now. Still gets frustrated a little bit at times, which we have to manage, especially, some of those offensive fouls and stuff like that. But just a terrific player, and those two, obviously those two guys with Isaac are going to help lead the way for us all the way through. All good, Stephen? Awesome. Thank you, guys. Sorry for the technology issues here. Appreciate it.